Please note that if you purchase something by clicking on a link within this story, we may receive a small commission of the sale. Joss runs into Christina outside of court and asks if there is news on Dante. Christina says there is no change. Joss thinks this hearing is a waste of time and they should be going after who shot Dante. Christina thinks they found that person. Joss can't believe Christina believes Jason would shoot Dante. Christina says that's what the evidence says according to Molly. Joss fumes over the fact that Molly is prosecuting Jason, as that's a conflict of interest. Israel's national football is missing something #bring them back. Christina defends her sister as a professional, and this is just a precursor to a trial. Joss feels Jason shouldn't even stand trial. Christina says Sam and Sonny aren't here, and that should tell Joss something. Joss lets Christina know that as far as Sonny goes, he's always wrong. Liz arrives, breaks up the fight, and Joss storms off. Christina apologizes to Liz, knowing how she feels about Jason, but says people are going to have to choose sides. Michael finds his mom waiting for the arraignment to begin and tries to assure her that Diane is going to get Jason out on bail. Diane arrives and says that is the plan and heads in. Carly asks Michael if there is a sign of Sonny. Michael says not yet. Alexis arrives to support Molly and hates that Robert left her with this case. Olivia and Drew arrive, and Carly tells Olivia it's good to see her. Olivia can guess why they are here and tells Michael and Carly that they need to open their eyes to Jason. Drew calms Olivia down and pulls her aside. Carly tells Michael that Olivia just doesn't know Jason's side of the story. No one does. Carly sees a look in Michael's eyes. She asks what he's not telling her. He simply says not here. Joss joins her family, and Nina arrives. Carly tells her Sonny isn't here if that's who she's looking for. Nina was, but also says she just wanted to thank Carly for helping Drew see the light. And now she's back at Crimson. Carly doesn't give a damn about the magazine right now and storms off. From across the room, Carly gives Drew a look. Olivia asks Drew what's going on with him and Carly. He tells her they broke up, as he knows Jason will always come first with her. Jason is brought in and locks eyes with Carly. Jason is asked to rise and put in his plea to the judge, and he pleads not guilty. Molly makes the case for no bail as Jason is a flight risk. Diane points out the defendant turned himself in and wants to prove his innocence. Diane says Mr. Morgan has ties to the community, including the Quartermain family. Molly points out Jason has a rap sheet longer than a CVS receipt. DNA evidence places Jason on the pier where Dante was shot, and video evidence puts him on the roof from when Sonny was shot at. She also says the defendant fled and hid for 3 days. Diane points out the PCPD has a history with her client, which is why he fled. The judge knows about their history and sets bail for $5 million. The court is adjourned. Danny, who slipped in, then slips out, and Liz goes after him. Joss hopes Michael brought his checkbook, and Michael says, never come to court without it. Jason and Carly embrace as Drew and Nana take note. At the hospital, Sam sits by Dante's bed and reads to him. She tells him that she's going to need him to wake up soon as she's losing his voice. Portia arrives having heard Sam wants to speak. They step out, and Sam says she heard the hospital wants to move Dante to Turning Woods, and she wants her to stop that. Portia is not aware of any transfer, however. It might be in his best interest to be somewhere that can better care for him. Sam thinks this means the doctors believe there is no hope, and Portia says she isn't saying that and will investigate the transfer. Portia says she'll do her best to get her some answers. Sam returns to Dante's bedside and tells him that he's not going anywhere. Stella drops by to talk to Sam and apologizes to her about being blindsided with the news about the hospital wanting to transfer Dante. Sam says she has a long history with this hospital, and she never thought G8 would give up on a patient. They step out to the hall, and Stella tells Sam that Dante is out of danger and getting stronger, but it may be a while before he wakes up. Sam only associates Turning Woods with Mike. Stella says Mike was dear to her. He put up a fight, and he knew when it was time to leave. Stella says Dante is a fighter, but he needs the tools and comfort to win this battle. Turning Woods provides excellent care and a home-like environment. She also points out Sam hasn't exactly had a good night's sleep here because hospitals aren't restful. Sam gets her point, but sending Dante there feels like admitting defeat. Stella suggests he could wake up sooner once there. Sam says the other issue is that Dante's son Rocco's mother is in a long-term care facility too. And she doesn't want to put Rocco through the fear he's lost his father as well. They return to Dante's room, and Sam admits she falls for the guys who love danger, and Dante may be the most dangerous guy of all because he's a good guy and pursues justice. Sam thanks Stella for talking to her, and Stella knows she has her reservations, but turning Woods is the best option for him. She'll also talk to Rocco for her. Sam says she'll speak to Sunny and Olivia about turning Woods. Stella promises her no one is giving up on Dante. Sam continues to sit by Dante's side, washing his face and hands. She then curls up on a chair to try and get some sleep. She's woken up when the table is knocked, and a glass falls off. She thinks he moved and goes to his side and asks him to open his eyes. She believes he's coming back to her. At Sunny's place, Sunny comes home from seeing Dante. Ava checks on him and assumes he's heading back out to Jason's arraignment. He has no desire to go to the arraignment. Ava suggests there could be a reason for everything Jason's done. Sunny says Jason was at the warehouse with the people who wanted to take him out. Ava points out that if Jason wanted to kill Dante, then why did he help him? Ava knows Jason's betrayal hurt him. Sunny says what hurts the most is that his choices put Dante in the hospital. Ava asks what he could have done to cause this. He says his business put Dante in the line of fire. Ava reminds him that Dana's job as a cop did that. Sunny says there has always been a wall between them separating what they both do, and his son always gives him another chance time and time again. Sunny calls him a good man, better than him. Ava tells Sunny that he needs to believe in his heart that he and Dante will have a lot of time left together. Sunny is glad she's here and can help him by talking to him. Who would have guessed? Ava says sometimes people aren't who they think they are, and Sunny agrees. Ava surprises Sunny with a get-well card Avery made for Dante. Sunny recalls when Dante went to Avery's class for career day, and how proud she was of her big brother. Sunny just hopes Avery gets more days with her big brother. At the PCPD, Diane gets the role starting on Jason's bail. Michael and Joss wait, and Joss is glad Sunny didn't show up today as Sunny doesn't deserve Jason's loyalty. Michael eventually posts bail, Jason is brought out, and Diane reminds him to keep a low profile and not leave town. Jason promises. Michael tells Jason they should go home, but Michael says he can't go home yet. Back in court, Alexis asks Drew what is up when he motions to her. Drew says he has good news. Nana is back at Crimson. Olivia says between the Metro Court and Crimson, she likely won't have time to torment Alexis at the paper. Alexis thanks them for the news. Olivia welcomes Drew back to the support group of people forced to work with Nina. People begin to make their way out, and Alexis tells Molly that she did a good job. Molly asks her mom if she was ever glad to lose emotion. Alexis has been. Molly says between them she thinks Jason is innocent. Alexis says she kept her feelings to herself and did her job. Alexis preaches about the system, and despite its imperfections, it's people like Molly who make sure the system is fair. Molly tells her mom that she hopes she gets her law license back because that too was an injustice. Outside of court, Christina catches up with Nana. She knows things are bad between Nana and her dad, but they were happy together, and she hopes they work it out. Nana cries thank you, and she can't believe Sunny wasn't here. Christina says his absence speaks volumes, and he's probably feeling very alone. Christina hints it might not be a bad time to reach out to him. Nana is committed to her marriage and will prove to Sunny that they belong together. Back at Sunny's, there is a knock at the door, and it's Carly. Carly storms in past Ava, who answers the door, and asks Sunny where he was today. Sunny says he was with his son, who might die because of Jason. She can't believe Sunny thinks Jason shot Dante. And Dante is alive because of Jason. Sunny says Dante got shot because of Jason, who came back to kill him. Carly tells Sunny that he owes Jason the chance to explain. Sunny states, I don't owe Jason nothing. On the next General Hospital, Sam asks and await Dante. Can I get you anything? He tells her, Hannah. Somewhere dark, Valentin tells someone, we've come to an agreement. At the hospital, Liz lets Danny know he is lucky to have him in his corner. In a prison transport van, Brennan says, I was starting to think you've abandoned me. Olivia is elated by the call she gets. Carly asks Sunny, what has happened to you? Sunny faces Jason and asks, can you tell me why I should believe you?